No, there's one more problem, which I think all of you would appreciate, because that is a longer struggle, and that is that this person has also tinkered with the basic structure of our university. Our university is a residential university. The preamble to the Act says this is a residential university established at Aligarh. We have provisions in the Act, sections of the Act, which say that no center, no institute can be established more than 25 kilometers from the university mosque. We have two clauses in two separate areas where this stipulation is there. Now, for a very long time, many different agencies, many governments also have been trying to establish so-called branches of Aligarh University at various places. He's not the first vice chancellor who has been approached. Other vice chancellors have also been approached. And all other vice chancellors have looked at our Act and decided that no, this is not possible. Because Aligarh, whatever its distinction is, because it is situated at Aligarh. You disperse it, it loses its uniqueness. It has got a particular character. You may call it a minority character, you may give it some other name. We call it a minority character, other people call it historical character, some other people say some other character. But whatever it is, as an institution, it has survived for nearly 100 years. It has got a unique structure, it has got unique governance. We are more democratic than many other institutions, because ultimately everything that we do, we decide in the Board of Studies. The Board of Studies sends it to the faculties. The faculties send it to the academic council send it to the executive council, and then it goes to the court. Overwhelmingly, in all of these bodies, teachers are present. It is the teachers who decide what is to be done. And unlike other universities, our vice chancellor is also in an indirect way selected by us. Because the executive council selects 5 names. Out of these 5 names, 3 are sent to the court. 5 names are sent to the court. The court sends 3 names to the visitor. And the visitor then decides out of these 3 names who shall be the vice chancellor. This procedure is not followed elsewhere. I believe that there is a recent paper where now the government is thinking of using this method of appointing vice chancellors, where they are empowering the chancellor to decide on the next vice chancellor rather than the visitor. I think that is a dangerous thing, and we should look at that also. Anyway, what this person tried to do was that he tried to set up centers all over the country. I'm sorry if I'm being personal, but one of the motivating factors was that everyone loves his or her hometown. He also loves Kerala. He also loves his hometown. He would go there, and going there means spending 3 days or spending a huge amount of money. He knew that he could not spend that huge amount of money with RTI in place. So he said that let us accept one of these things. And he started talking about centers, that we should have centers. The Central Committee report had come out. It was a good slogan which the ruling party at the center also accepted, and unfortunately many other parties also accepted. So we had competitive populism all over the country. All political parties said that if AMU Centres are set up, then Muslims education will flourish. Muslims education doesn't benefit by establishing Muslim university centers. In fact, it suffers. Why does it suffer? In this university, all of the people sitting here who have been students of this university, some have come from other places. But everyone who got in here did not get in here because he or she was a Muslim or a non-Muslim. We got in here on the basis of the merit list which is prepared every year at the time of admission. We become students of this university because in that year's merit list our marks were better than other people. We did not get in here because we were Muslims. We did not get in here because we were Muslims, because we were Hindus, or because we belong to some other religion. So this university has an admission policy which does not discriminate between anybody. Because of certain reasons, more Muslims apply here than at other places. Because of the role it has played, because of the role circular has played, because of the call he had given, more Muslims apply here. They think that this is a place where you get good education, and you also get the moral values, you also inculcate the moral values which we like. Now, if you set up a center in Allahabad, or you set up a center in Murshidabad, or you set up a center in Kashmir, or in Bhopal, or in Mallapuram, or in Murshidabad, what happens? People who are coming here will no longer be coming here. Admission will not be given to Muslims. Admission will be given to everyone. So how can you say that this system will benefit Muslims? But unfortunately, most political leaders across nearly all political parties accept it. And how could they enforce it? Because there was resistance on that campus. We all know in our society, one of the biggest dangers to democracy is corruption. The person who is corrupt, a corrupt police officer, a corrupt administrator, is the best person if you want to get your work done. he'll accept some gratification 2 years ago. Other vice chancellors did not accept the gratification. This man had charges against him, he could have been shunted out any moment. The politicians had their way. They said establish a center at Murshidabad, he said establish a center at Mallapuram so that I can go home. And no one will raise objections. All of my visits will be official visits. You go around the campus today, you will find that there are many unfinished building structures. Why? What happened? The money was diverted. Money has been diverted. Money has been diverted from here to elsewhere. Selection committees have not been there. There are teachers who are stagnating at their post. There are teachers who have retired without getting the next promotion. Why? Because the vice chancellor is busy in establishing centers, meeting high-profile people, making high-profile statements. Doesn't even think about what the Act permits, what the Act doesn't permit. Then we all know that we are all stickers to procedure. We normally know that if you have to change something, if you want to try to do something, how do we try to do it? Either the proposal originates at the departmental level, it is sent to the faculty, then to the academic council, then to the executive council, then to the board, and then finally it goes to the government. If you want to change any statute or any ordinance, that is the procedure which is followed. What did this vice chancellor do? For establishment of centers, a proposal was made in the court, which is the highest body. The Act is also provided for in the Act. It says if a member of a court makes a proposal, it should be sent down to the executive so that it can be properly formulated. And then there are other rules which say that if the executive council also agrees, then it will be sent down to other bodies. But then the procedure will follow. Then the proposal shall follow the same procedure. It will go down and then it will come up again. In this case of establishment of centers, the board was asked that let us set up centers of advanced studies. Now remember, centers of advanced study has a certain connotation in it. It doesn't mean an institution which is running BA courses. Centers of advanced study means advanced research, a particular area even within that particular research. So the proposal in that board level was centers of advanced studies. Centers of advanced studies, and then when it came to the AC, it came as parallel campuses. These two proposals, from the court, it went to the EC, which is the lower body, and then from the EC, it went straight to the government of India. And there, the registrar wrote a letter which says it has already been approved by all the authorities of the university, whereas the academic council had not even talked about it. The letter was sent in March. The academic council discussed it in January next year. So from March to January, the government was given a falsehood on official note paper by the person authorized to correspond on behalf of the university according to university, which is the registrar. That university authorities have already accepted this. They haven't. Not even one had accepted. The court had accepted it in principle. The executive council had also not accepted it. If it had to accept, it had to come down from the lower level. And then that proposal was said. The President of India agreed in principle to this. Now, if you look at all of us look at our acts, one clause was inserted sometime in 2003, 2004, and that clause was that for any statute, ordinance, regulation, anything which we pass in our bodies, they have to be sent to the Government of India. The Government of India will lay it before the two houses of Parliament in the next session. And only after Parliament approves of it does it go to the President. What happened to the centers which have been set up? Did they pass through this procedure? As far as I know, Parliament doesn't even know about it. So what was passed and what happened? There are so many illegalities. It's a bundle of contradictions, bundle of illegalities. If someone tries to unravel it, he will become mad. I am within the system, even I have trouble in explaining to people how many illegalities have been done. There are so many illegalities, I just can't tell you. So how do you unravel this whole mess? The first step would be obviously asking the Vice Chancellor to please leave. Let us try to sort it out. Second problem, I'm sorry I have taken too much of your time, but I wanted this background to be there so that you understand it's not only this Vice Chancellor who comes. The next Vice Chancellor who comes will also say that look, this has been done already. So why are you after me to close down the centers? I think we should all understand that this fight has to go on even after this Vice Chancellor leaves. Whether he leaves, it has to go on if we want to save this university from ruin. Because that kind of a structure, Aligarh Muslim University cannot be conceived to be the University Grants Commission of Muslim education. We are not good for that. We do not have the rules for that. Even now, we have centers in Mallapuram and Murshidabad. This is close finalized. Their teaching is going. Their examiners have to be appointed. Our rules say that examiners are appointed by us. That is why we are university teachers. University teachers appoint their own examiners. Now, but their examiners, people who will set the papers in Mallapuram and Murshidabad, which technically are large at least, where exams should be held only once. Our exams are over or are going on. For them, examiners are to be appointed. Today, I think in Faculty of Law, there is a board of studies where they are appointing examiners from Mallapuram and Murshidabad. These are new examiners. And the teachers of Mallapuram and Murshidabad are not involved. Now, today they are not involved, tomorrow maybe we will not be involved. So we lose our autonomy. Our distinction as university teachers would be lost. Because I think as university teachers we have this right to teach what we want to teach, to decide how it is to be taught, and who will examine, who will be admitted. All of this right is lost, it will be converted into another kind of structure. The other structures also work, but this university doesn't work there. So I think this is something which needs to be said. This is something which we need to understand. Now, in the